Magandang araw sa inyo lahat. How are you all doing in the midst of this coronavirus quarantine? I hope you're all healthy and doing well. This is Seabee Gaming introducing to you Operator Program, where I give us strats or strategies on a specific operator for each map and site. For this video, I am going to share with you my strats with Castle. So Castle's buff this season is really great with him having the super shorty. Even if I still think that his UMP is trash. But with the armor panel plus super shorty combo, I really think that it opens up new opportunities for Castle plays. So in this video, I will show you Castle strats in every map and site in rank that I think Castle strats can be used. And since Castle's pick rate is still very low this season, I hope by the end of this video, you will choose Castle in your next ranked matches to boost his pick rate. Before we get started, I would just like to talk about Castle's utility and gadgets. First up is the armor panel, which I think is great because you can waste your opponent's utility or gadget if they want to destroy it. And if they don't want to waste their utility or gadget, they can just punch holes in the panel, which can take up their time, and you can just set up your sights and wait for them once the panel is destroyed. Next up are the gadgets. I have no preferred gadget to use because both of them have uses to mix in for a strat. I use the bulletproof camera if I know that there will be a hole that the enemies might push through, and I can lock that hole's other paths with the armor panel so that the enemy has limited options where to go. And the impact grenade. I know you think that there is no need for impact grenade since Castle has the super shorty, but I bring the impact grenade if I know that the Castle strats I will be doing are somehow far from each other and I need to have rotation holes. So now that the Castle's intro has been done, let's now go to the Castle strats. So the first map is Bank, and the first site I'm going to discuss with you is the Executive Lounge and CEO Office. And I'm going to start it off with Castle's gadget, which is the bulletproof camera. Now, I suggest reinforcing one of these walls or both of these walls and placing your bulletproof camera here so that this bulletproof camera gives you additional info here at the hallway. Now for the first armor panel, I suggest putting the first armor panel farthest from the site so that if you are still not finished at the end of prep time, at least you are at the site. Now put the first armor panel here and open up the lower part of the walls. Now, the idea for here is that you're limiting the attackers not to enter there from those who are spawning from back alley, because if they see that the lower part of the wall is open, they will hesitate to enter, and that will limit them to just enter from the skylight area or to other places. Now for the next armor panel. For the next armor panel will be placed here. The point of this armor panel is to protect you from those attackers who are staying at the parking area and for those who are rappelling at the windows in the lobby, and it limits the attackers to enter either the front desk area or here at the hallway. Now for the last armor panel, it will go right here. Now this armor panel will protect those who are staying at the executive lounge from those rappelling from these two windows. So that's the castle setup for the first site. So for the next sites, which are open area staff room and archive stellars, I do almost the same castle strats. And again, I bring Castle's bulletproof camera. So first thing is to open this area on the wall between archives and admin office. And that's only if you are defending tellers and archive site. But if you are defending open area and staff room, I suggest not opening this because you will have to worry for additional areas where the attackers can enter easily. So the first armor panel I suggest putting it here on archives window. And your second armor panel in this electrical room. Now for the gadget, I suggest putting it here. So what this bulletproof camera does is provide you additional vision to those entering from electrical room and those who would come from basement and go to server stairs. And for your last armor panel, I suggest putting it here on the windows in printer room. Then open the lower part of the printer room wall. And open also the lower part of the wall here in electrical room. Now, this castle setup does is prolong the attackers from spawning from the back alley from entering these areas. Now, you probably noticed that I've put the armor panels first before setting up the walls. And that's because if you set up one area first, you could delay the time in placing your last armor panel. For example, if you place your armor panel in electrical room and you open the lower part of the wall first, that could make you lose time in placing your last armor panel in the printer room, because the prep time would be over and you could die while you are putting on the armor panel in the printer room from those spawning from the back alley. Lastly, if you are on Teller's and Archive site, you can hold the open area, which gives your team more room to move and not just be clustered on the site. And if the enemy entered the site, you still have that rotation hole you made from Archives. So that's it for these sites. For the next map is Border, and the first sites that I'm going to discuss are for Ventilation Room and Workshop. And for here, I bought the Impact Grenade because the setups here are a bit far away from each other. For the first armor panel would go here at the detention window and destroy this part of the wall with an Impact Grenade. And by the end of prep time, have someone hold this angle. Now, the point of this strat is if someone is to enter here in detention, the attacker would first look at supplies room, then at the customs, like this. Then, the defender who is holding this angle while the attacker is looking at customs can get the easy kill. The next armor panel would go here at the main lobby doorway and open this part of the wall with the Impact Grenade. Now, this castle strat is to negate someone from entering tellers or for those who are entering waiting room. For the last armor panel goes here in the bathroom doorway and open up the wall here with super shorty. The point here is to give additional anchor for your defenders if someone is to enter in workshop. Or it could give you additional rotation hole here in the bathroom. So that's it for the first site. The next site are customs inspection and supply room. And again for the gadget, I am using the Impact Grenade. And for here, I would be doing a similar castle strat. So the first armor panel would go here at the detention window and the hole here with the super shorty, so that someone can hold this angle again and can also keep an eye if someone is to enter at the supply room window. But be careful about this drone hole, which can make attackers see where you are. For the next armor panel, the next armor panel would go here at the main lobby doorway and open up this same rotation hole for someone who will hold the lobby area from those entering teller's window or from the waiting room. And for the last armor panel, I suggest putting it here at the server room door. And use the impact grenades here and here. This will be used for additional rotation hole for those who will enter ventilation room or an anchor spot at this rotation for those who will be entering the teller's area. This castle strat is also used so that it would give the attackers a hard entry point for the first floor. So that's it for the border. So the next map is Clubhouse, and there will be only two areas to discuss, which are the bedroom and gym. And for here, I brought the bulletproof camera. So the first armor panel would go here at the gym door. And it's here for two reasons. One, so that someone can either bandit trick or kai trick this wall without being seen through the gym window. And two, if ever the wall here has been opened by attackers, they can just rush in the gym or plant. The second armor panel would go here in bedroom window. So they can't easily make the defenders anchoring in the bedroom open to attackers. Next, the bulletproof camera goes here in the construction wall, so that it gives additional info from those who are entering construction area. And the last armor panel would go here in construction window, so no one can enter construction area without easily being spotted. And lastly, with the super shorty, open up this part of the wall and also the lower part of the wall, so that you have rotation hole and sight if someone is planting in gym. This castle strat is used so that the attackers can't just rush in. So the next map is Coastline, and again there will be only two areas for the castle strat, and that is hookah lounge and billiards room. For here I am using Castle's bulletproof camera. So the first armor panel could go here at the hallway door panel, which makes those who are going through the southeast area take the bedroom to VIP area or go through the aquarium area. And it makes the attacker not have a clear sight to this hallway. For the next armor panel could go here at the billiards room window, so that the ruins area can easily make the billiards area open to attackers. And the last armor panel could go here at the billiards room doorway panel and open up this part of the wall, so you still have a rotation hole to the aquarium area. This setup is so that those who would enter the aquarium door don't have a clear sight at the billiards and can't do a quick plant at the default plant here behind the bump. For the gadget, I suggest putting it right here, so that you can have additional vision for those who are pushing through the hookah deck. And that's it for this map. For the next map, we have Consulate. The only site I'm going to discuss here are for archives and tellers. I know this is the last site you would pick to defend, but if you were to defend this site, here is the castle strat for that. And for here, I brought Castle's bulletproof camera. And what you are going to do is do a vertical play and hold the admin office in 2F. So first thing to do is put the bulletproof camera here to give vision if someone is pushing through this hallway. For the first armor panel goes here at the copy room. Next armor panel would go here at the break room. And the last armor panel would go here at the admin office. Next up is for rotation holes with the super shorty. First up is here. To give you a line of sight in meeting room, and rotation here at service stairs. Next rotation hole would be here to break room, and reinforce these two walls. Next up is open this hatch to give you a line of sight at the visa office door and visa office window. Now, what this castle strat does is lock a defender in the admin office. That defender will have a hard time here because there will be multiple windows to look at the attackers may enter. The defender here have to secure this admin office so that the attackers can't hold this area. The defender also has to constantly look at the rotation hole, hatch, and bulletproof camera to see if any attacker is pushing to the admin office. I suggest be versatile while defending this site. That's it for this map. The next map is Cafe, and there will be only two sites to discuss here, which are kitchen service and kitchen cooking. And for here, I brought Castle's bulletproof camera. For the first armor panel would go here at the bakery, and open up a rotation hole here, and reinforce this wall so that the defender can hold this area to negate someone from entering bakery and small bakery window. Next armor panel could go here at the bar, and open up this rotation hole, so that the attacker can't go directly to the bar from VIP corridor, and a defender can hold this VIP section. And last armor panel can go here at the main corridor, and your bulletproof camera here. What this bulletproof camera does is give vision to this corridor, and open up a rotation hole here. What this castle strat does is expand the anchoring area to the first floor and negate attackers from entering the first floor directly. This strat also tunnels attackers' path so that the defenders know where they might push through. And that's it for this map. The next site is Canal, and the castle strat is for defending supply room and kayaks. And I have here Castle's bulletproof camera. And for here, I will be doing another vertical play. The first thing is the bulletproof camera goes here to give vision from those entering from reception area. And the first armor panel goes here in Coast Guard meeting room. And the second armor panel also goes here at the Coast Guard meeting room. And the last armor panel will go here in the radio room. And reinforce these two walls. And open up this lower part of the wall. And while the attacker can be distracted from the bulletproof camera I placed earlier, you can make the kill with this line of sight. And open up this part of the wall to give sight this hallway if ever someone is to push from this hallway. Now, this castle strat is what I call do or die, because a defender would be locked in these areas to defend these sites rather than let the attacker secure this area to make the basement prone to vertical attacks. And that's it for this map. And the last map for this video will be the newly reworked map Oregon. The first site we will be for defending dining hall and kitchen. And I have here Castle's bulletproof camera for the gadget. So first thing to do is create a rotation hole here, 2 showers, and open a site here for those who can enter through the security corridor. Next is to reinforce these 2 walls. And place your first armor panel here. This makes it that the defender can anchor here in the showers, and that the attackers cannot easily secure this area to close in to dining hall. Next armor panel goes here in the dining hall, so that the attackers have a limited option to enter through dining hall. Next is make a rotation hole here in the kitchen to security. And the last armor panel goes here in security door. This again makes additional anchor room here connected to the site, and that the attackers cannot easily secure this area to close in to kitchen. This can also be used for additional line of sight for those who will enter either from meeting hall or kitchen corridor. And that's it for the first site. The last site for this video will be for defending kitchen and meeting hall. For here, I also brought the bulletproof camera. For the first armor panel, can go here at dining hall and reinforce these two walls. This is so that the defenders can have additional room in defending the kitchen site. Next again is create a rotation hole here to security and place your second armor panel here, so that again the defenders can expand their anchor area here. Next is to put the bulletproof camera here at the kitchen corridor to provide vision to those who can push through here to meeting or kitchen. Next is to open a rotation hole here and put your last armor panel here, so that you can limit attackers to entering here from those who are pushing through lobby. And that is the castle strat for the last site. So that's it for Castle's operator program. I hope you picked up a strat or two from this video and use it on your next game. If you have your comments or suggestions about the strats I gave out, feel free to comment down below. And also, if you have your own Castle strats to share, post it down the comment section. So again, this is Seabee Gaming with Operator Program. Keep safe always and maraming salamat po.